What's up, everybody? Michael Silva here, episode 71 of Live Day Trading here on Webull app, desktop software, I should say. I'm looking at ticker symbol BA. I've been trading BA, Boeing, pretty frequently here. The reason why is because it's just a lot of good setups have been coming from this chart. I look at a lot of charts, and I just like the setups that I see on Boeing, and I've been pretty consistent with some of the profits. Maybe that might change here in the near future. I'm not too sure. But this is what we got going on here. I have a interesting little setup, descending triangle in bullish context, right? We had this huge run up, 6-1. Look at from all the way down to 145 to 153, this monster run up. And it's been taking this big consolidation. Now, some people might say that this is somewhat of a bull pennant or a bull, like a large bull flag. We're on the 5-minute time frame. And there's just a really consistent trend line going. Now, this does look like potentially a good short opportunity if it were to break this lower horizontal line. If it breaks this horizontal line, it'll fall lower. But it's been coiling up in bullish context, so I'm thinking that the price might actually break out. And now another indicator that I use to make me think that is the SPY. And the SPY chart on the 5-minute time frame has just been grinding, just consistently going up. Let me throw up a screenshot. Boom. There you go. Just this like 5-minute after 5-minute, it's just been climbing and climbing and climbing, while the Boeing stock has been kind of going down a little bit. So between the two, it's a positive divergence. Now, a lot of people say there's no really correlation. Well, sometimes there is, sometimes there's not, and this could be a time when it is or when it isn't. Now, I already entered in my shares at 150 shares at 151.17, and 151.17 is right here at this price. Oh, we're getting the break. Give me a second. So the price is heading higher. Let me go ahead and get rid of some of my shares. Okay. I wanted to take some profits off the table there. So my average price is basically 151. Okay. So right here, I'll make it green. Okay. So I was predicting that it would break out of this trend line, and what really helped me see that, even though the MACD was curling over, it was losing some volume. Okay. And then the volume has been kind of dying out on this 5-minute chart as well. And typically this is something that I'd short. And the reason why I'd short it is because it's been making lower highs and has been kind of forming this cliff. Now, I didn't short it. I went long. Why did I go long? Well, it's because I looked at my other indicators and I noticed that this was kind of losing volume, that this was dropping on kind of low volume. And look at it. Just look at this takeoff right perfectly about right when I entered. It was coiling up, and it's now making this pretty aggressive move. I have 50 shares remaining. I'm going to go ahead and sell 20 more right now. Now, notice the time. It's almost 11 o'clock in the morning. So it's been a while since, we've been up trading. So, market opens at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's 11 o'clock. So these setups take a long time to sort of develop, and, that's okay. Like, you don't need to be rushing in and pushing yourself into trades because there's always going to be certain setups that arise. And this one, I keep trading Boeing, and this is why, because the setups work. They work out great. And now it's not a question of, will I make money today? It's how much money can I make by watching this chart, take off. Now, this very well might be a fake breakout, and it might move itself down to break below this trend line, or sorry, this, not trend line. I would just say support. So if that's the case, I would just stop myself out of it. Typically, what we do is we get retests on these trend lines, the one that I just broke out. So we might get that retest, but I've already taken profits off the table. Not much, right? I only started with 150 shares, but I'm up like $60 or so right now, or $50. So it depends on where this one goes. If it's a false breakout, I'll get stopped out, or if it wants to continue to move itself higher, then I will continue to build upon these profits. So let's just see how this one plays out. Alrighty. I am getting out of my position as of right now. All right, I am out of the position. You might be like, why? Why are you in the position? It just started breaking out. Well, the reason why is because I know that there's overhead resistance right here at 152. So if it breaks 152, it could definitely head higher. But also I'm looking at the SPY, and the SPY looks like it just crossed below the 8-period moving average. And sometimes what I look at when that happens is potentially a trend reversal taking place. And keep in mind, like sometimes, yeah, it's really actually dropping right now below it. Let me actually throw up a screenshot of this one too. There you go. As you can see, basically it is just moving a little bit lower. So there's a possibility that you might see the pullback here, and you are kind of seeing a little bit of a pullback. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a trend and change reversal. It could be just profit takers. But this is day trading, right? I want to be aggressive with my profits, usually typically heading into market close. You've seen it. You've watched the markets. In the last 30 minutes of the market close, all of a sudden it heads down, you know, it wipes out the entire day's gains within just a matter of a few minutes or a few candles. So I just finished up $72, basically $73 for the day, and that took me 15 minutes, not even 15 minutes. So please, you know, one trade today. Typically, I only do 1 or 2 trades, and you know, and then I can go into the next day, you know, with a reset, refresh mind. One of my problems earlier in my trading on live trading, it was that I was over trading, and some days I would have 7 trades that went wrong on me in a single day, and it would just destroy me. So I don't over trade anymore. I'd keep 1, 2, maybe 3 trades a day. Recently, for the last month, it's only been like 1 trade. So there you have it. Up $73 for the day on this little breakout right here on Boeing stock that I've been, you know, pretty consistently trading. Not too shabby, not too shabby at all. All right, I'll see you on the next episode of Live Day Trading here on the Webull desktop software. Hasta la vista. Bada bada bing bang boom bang boom bam.